all BSc third year newly admitted students, welcome. I am Jadhav SD, Head Department of Chemistry, Dr. Ghari College, Gadinglaj. Today we discussing about syllabus of BSc third chemistry. Same fifth. This same contain total 4 papers. First paper inorganic chemistry, paper number 9, course code DSC E5. Then second paper number 10, title of this paper organic chemistry and course code DSC E6. Then third one paper number 11, title of this paper physical chemistry, course code DSC E7. And last paper, paper number 12, title of this paper is analytical chemistry, then course code DSC E8. These 4 papers including in semester 5th. Then each paper having 40 marks, 10 marks for internal examination. This internal examination will be conducted by our department. Then in case of internal examination, pattern of this examination for 10 mark, oral, seminar, test or home assignment. This is the theory paper. Then about the practical examination. Practical examination will be of 200 marks and taken at the last of the same. The distribution of marks will be as follows. There are 3 sections for practical examination, and practical will be conducted 3 days. Then first section, physical section having 60 marks. Second section, inorganic section carrying 65 marks, and last section is organic section carrying 60 marks. Then there will be project for 15 marks. Project will do along the year. Then total is the 200 marks. The duration of practical examination will be 3 days, 6.5 hours per day. Then after theory and practical examination, we will discussing about nature of theory question paper. For paper number 9, paper number 10, paper number 11 and paper number 12. Then each paper have for total marks 40. Then question number 1. This question number 1 include answer in one sentence, 1 mark for each questions. Then second, multiple choice question. This multiple choice question also carry 1 mark for each questions. Then therefore question number 1 total marks will be 8. Then question number 2 contain long answer type questions. Then you will be given 3 questions in your question paper and you solve 2. Then each question carrying 10 marks. Then question number 3 short answer type questions. Then you will be given 5 short answer type questions and you maybe solve 3 questions. Then each questions carrying 4 marks and total marks will be 40. Then after nature of theory question papers, we will go myself teaching the paper number 10 organic chemistry. Then this paper include total 5 topics. First topic, introduction to spectroscopy. Then this same total study of spectroscopy. Therefore, topic first is the introduction to spectroscopy. Then topic second, UV and visible spectroscopy. Then third topic is IR spectroscopy. Fourth topic is NMR spectroscopy, and last topic is mass spectroscopy. Then if for getting job opportunity, you may be study any one of the spectroscopy in detail. Therefore, first I am telling you advantages of spectroscopic method. These spectroscopic methods are extremely sensitive and very quick. Then amount of sample required is very small, means in milligram. The information obtained is accurate and extensive, highly reliable, and of permanent nature. Then they are non-destructive. Sample is 100% required. You do the practical organic spotting, all sample will be destructed. But in case of the spectroscopic method, sample is recovered in 100%. Using IR spectroscopy, we can be determine various functional group present in organic compounds. Using NMR spectroscopy, we are determine nature of the protons, number of the protons in organic compounds. Then using mass spectroscopy, we can be determine organic ions in organic compound. But disadvantage of this spectroscopy is the spectroscopy required mainly costly instrument, and for this instrument trained person are needed to analyze the result. Therefore, we study spectroscopy in detail. Studied topic number first, the introduction to spectroscopy. In this topic, we first studied what is mean by spectroscopy. Topic first, introduction to spectroscopy. This topic contain following points. First point is the meaning of spectroscopy, means what is mean by spectroscopy. Spectroscopy is a study of interaction of electromagnetic radiation with matter. These devices used for measurement of spectrum are called as spectrometers or spectrophotometers. Then second point in this topic, nature of electromagnetic radiations, then wavelength, frequency, energy, amplitude, wave number and their relationship. And in this topic, we study definitions of radiations, wavelength, frequency and amplitude and measurement of these units. Then third point, this topic include different units of measurement of wavelength and frequency. Then fourth point in this topic, different regions of electromagnetic radiations. Then point number 5, interaction of radiation with matter, absorption, emission, fluorescence and scattering. Then last but one type is the types of spectroscopy. There are different types of spectroscopy and advantages of spectroscopic method. And last point, energy level and energy levels of atoms and molecules. This is the topic number 1, introduction to the spectroscopy. Then topic number 2, UV or visible spectroscopy. The UV and visible spectroscopy including following points. First point, introduction of UV visible spectroscopy. Then point second is Beer-Lambert's law, because UV spectroscopy depends upon the Beer-Lambert's law. Then absorption of UV radiation by organic molecules leading to the different excitation. Then the third one is terms used in UV spectroscopy. There are the number of terms used in the UV spectroscopy, such as the chromophore, oxochrome, bathochromic shift, hypsochromic shift, hyperchromic shift, and hypochromic shift. Then these terms depends upon the lambda max. Lambda max means lambda wavelength, maximum wavelength. Then next point is the modes of electromagnetic transitions. Then there are the number of electromagnetic transitions: pi to pi star, sigma to sigma star, n to pi star, n to sigma star. Then next point is the effect of conjugation on position of UV band. Conjugation means compound containing alternate double bond and single bond. Then if we increase the conjugation, then lambda max will be increases. The next point is the calculation of lambda max by Woodward-Fisher rules by Dynes and Unions. Then using these rules, we can determine lambda max in any organic compound. Then third, last but one, color and the visible spectrum. And last point in this UV visual spectroscopy is applications of UV spectroscopy. The UV spectroscopy mainly used to calculate lambda max in organic compounds. Then unit number 3, IR spectroscopy. IR means infrared spectroscopy. Infrared spectroscopy mainly useful for determination of functional group in organic compounds. Then next point in this topic is principle of IR spectroscopy. This mainly IR spectroscopy depends upon vibrations in molecules, vibration of atoms in molecules. Then third point in this topic, instrumentation and schematic diagram of IR spectroscopy. Then fourth point, fundamental modes of vibration, types and calculation. Then modes of vibration depends upon different types of atoms in a molecule, stretching vibration, bending vibrations, etc., or out of plane, in plane vibrations. The next point is conditions for absorptions of IR radiation. Then there are the different conditions for absorption of IR radiation. We can study in detail. The next point, region of IR spectrum. There are two types of region in IR spectroscopy. One region is the fundamental group region, and second is the fingerprint region. And last but one point is the Hooke's law for calculation of vibrational frequency. The next point, factors affecting IR absorption frequency. And last point, characteristic of IR absorption of following functional groups. There are the number of the functional group present in organic compounds, such as alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, alcohols, phenols, ethers, carbonyl compounds, amines, nitro compounds, and aromatic compounds. Then these functional groups absorb in different frequency in IR region, and we can determine the which functional group present in organic compounds. Then this is the IR spectroscopy. Then unit number 4, NMR spectroscopy. This NMR spectroscopy having wide applications. First, we study introduction of NMR spectroscopy. Then what is the principle of NMR spectroscopy? NMR spectroscopy means nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy, or it is also called as the proton magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Then NMR instrumentation and schematic diagram. Next point is the magnetic and non-magnetic nuclei, because NMR spectroscopy depends upon number and nature of the protons present in atoms. The next one is the chemical shift. Then we study definition of chemical shift, measurement of chemical shift, calculation of chemical shift, and also study factors affecting chemical shift. The next point in this NMR spectroscopy is the shielding and deshielding. Then further point is the peak integration. Next point, merits of TMS as PMR reference compound. TMS means tetramethylsilane. Tetramethylsilane is used for reference in PMR NMR spectroscopy. The next point is coupling constant. After coupling constant, we study types of coupling constant, and spin splitting means n+1 rule. And last is the applications of NMR spectroscopy. Using NMR spectroscopy, we can determine number of the protons and nature of the protons in organic compounds. And last point in this paper number 10 is mass spectroscopy. Then again mass spectroscopy, point 1 is the introduction. Then again in this topic we study principle of mass spectroscopy, then schematic diagram of mass spectroscopy. Then next point, types of ions produced during the fragmentation pattern. There are the number of the types of ions, that is the radical ions, cations, anions, etc., or parent ions. Then after types of ions, we study again nitrogen rule and fragmentation patterns of alkanes, alkenes, aromatic hydrocarbons, alcohols, phenols, amines, and carbonyl compounds. And last but one point in this mass spectroscopy is McLafferty rearrangement, and we again study applications of mass spectroscopy. Then combined problems based on UV, IR, NMR mass spectral data we can be studied after studying all spectroscopic methods.